We need to wave the German flag. There we go, in the air vent. Here we go, guys. As soon as I let go of throttle, it stops running. But I don't want to hold the throttle down because I don't want to just fucking accelerate the car after it's not been on for 2 years. It might be because of the gauge of the temp sensor thing, and it's not letting it because it's overheated. That could be the issue, but at the same time, I don't think it is. All right, guys, I think this is it. Only alarm I'm getting is ambient air temp, which shouldn't matter, but look at that engine temp, 51.8, it's about 51 degrees outside. Sensors fixed. So what happened was the guy whoever was working on this previously put the sensors on the wrong ends because of the little clips that go inside the sensors. If you take those out, then it can go universally on all of them. And the coolant one was in the engine one, the engine one was in the coolant one, which threw me off because yesterday it was like acting all weird, but today I was like messing with it and those clips fell out when I was just doing it, so I was just kind of plugging them everywhere to see, and it's working, so should be good. Let's go to pending codes, and it should just be the, nope, there's multiple. Okay, okay, we'll turn it on. All right, here we go. The first start, maybe without having to press it. I'm just gonna reset this one more time. Okay. Battery's dead for sure. Okay, let's try that again. Let's see. All right, I have a jump pack on it. Let's see. No, it's just immediately dying. God damn it. All right, I got it on the big jump pack now. So let's see if this will work. Okay. I'm gonna let it go down one more. Let's try it one more time. It's just like, okay, it's getting close. I think it's just the battery right now that's causing this haywireness to be going on. I'm gonna turn off the lights if I can, which they are off, so. All right. Should have let it charge like all night, but I did not. I had it unplugged. All right. This is the next video right here because it's gonna start right now. Actually, you know what's going on? We need to wave the German flag. All right, this is it, guys. German flag ready to go. We'll put it right here. There we go, in the air vent. Here we go, guys. The German flag did it. The German flag did it. Clutch was released. We're good. No smoke. We're good for now. I'm checking for quick leaks. No leaks so far. Probably got a little remnant smoke. We'll see how that all goes. Let that go. It's running rough. No, we're good. Vacuum lines are in. The PCV valve is not in. That's probably not helping. All right. Just make sure everything is good there. Mass airflow, the MA2, pending trouble P0100. And the air temp's good. Idle's clean. It's smoking a bit, but that's probably from the remnants. I'm just gonna let it go. Just making sure that engine temp doesn't go too high. We do have a little bit of coolant in there. I'm trying to see this rough idle because it is a little bit rough, and we got that smoke coming from there. Not sure if it's the turbo. I'm gonna rev it a little bit to get some of the okay. She's alive. I'm gonna have to look at these figures to see if like all these, you know, 328.4 for, I'm guessing that's the MA2, so mass airflow. I don't know if that's a number that it should be there or what should be there, but obviously for startup, we're not smoking from the back. It was just from the front, which it's still smoking. I don't know how long or what it is. It is a brand new intake, so that's that. Checking for leaks. Still no leaks so far, as from what I can see, but we'll let it run. I'm gonna get more water in there just to fill it up, because we leaked some from the when we were messing with the sensor. I'm not seeing any leaks there though. Just seeing the smoke from here. Yeah, we got it's sucking in there for sure. It literally turned on as soon as I put the Nazi for me and the German flag right there. So no check engine lights, I just noticed. Those are all gone. It's still, I think, trying to find out. I'm hearing ticking. Engine's probably blown. All right. No, that went away. Okay, yeah. It's running though. For how long? Who the fuck knows? And hopefully everything else is good. But so far, that is that. Oil light. After the car not being on for 2 years and me never recovering a car from scratch to run and never working on a Mini before, I should have known to turn it off immediately after I saw the red death light of the oil. I didn't know what that means. I thought it was just like, oh, you know, like low oil or something. I didn't know that red means bad on the Mini and orange means kind of bad on the Mini. So I really should have turned it off here, but I did not. So I'm really hoping that this didn't cause further damage.
And I sit alone, my heart by the phone, and so I just listen as it falls to the ground and washes the day away. Nothing to show.
All right, as you guys see and heard the vehicle, the only issue now is I'm getting a red oil light as soon as I rev up the engine a little bit. I don't hear any ticking. I don't hear any, like, there's no rough idle really. It seems to be running pretty okay. The throttle response is good. It's, you know, it's really reactive. It's not sluggish or anything. Obviously the car hasn't ran for 2.5 years, so it's probably readjusting itself a lot as well. But the red oil light is the scary one, because that should mean that it's low oil pressure. It's either that or a faulty sensor, which the sensor that's on top of, or on the head I should say, for, I'm guessing, oil pressure, I would imagine. I'm not exactly sure what the oil or what this sensor is, but there's a sensor right there by the intake tube, the one that I'm clicking on right now, and it doesn't click in because the whole clip part is broken. I don't have the intake fully seated. I just wanted to get the sensors all plugged in to see if anything was running weird there. I might have a valve issue, or like a valve cover issue, because this is not OEM. This is an aftermarket one, and even like the gas cap like won't go fully on there. It just keeps turning, like it's built up, but then it just clicks over or something. I'm gonna have to double check that, but the smoke has gone away. Obviously, you can tell it's like it wasn't like an oil smell or like a coolant smell. It was like a pure like coating smell of something, you know, some Chinese coating on the downpipe. So I think that's okay, and it wasn't even smoking right there when I was running it again. So that seems fine. It's just that oil pressure light that has me worried. As you guys saw, I did fill up a little bit of oil in there. I'm gonna check it again to see what it's looking like. Not the best dipstick in the world, but trying to like make sure it's like fully dry, but you can't really get it dry. Anyways, yeah, oil is right there, like where it gets actual coated with wet, which I would imagine is the okay level, is like that part in between, but let me research that because honestly I have zero clue. Okay, so I should put more oil in it then. That means it was like really low. I thought it was like a range thing, but that, I guess that's like a lot of oil that it could be short on. So we're gonna add in more. So hopefully it's just that. Hopefully it's just that it's just low on oil, because that would be then ideal. All right, so we filled it up a bit more. Let's try that again. Starts right back up. TCs. Pending P0073. That should be the outside ambient air because it's not connected. So we only have P0073, which is the ambient air temp, which doesn't matter, but see that oil light comes back on, not even revving it. I just wonder if it's that sensor, this one right here. Because that would be, I would imagine, the oil sensor for the pressure to see if it's coming up. Seems to run a little bit rich because it smells like fuel, like pure fuel. You can see a little bit of smoke coming out. It's not an oil smell or anything, it's just that oil light, which, let me check codes one more time. All right, it's been a couple of days, but I got my oil pressure tester connected because I ordered one from Harbor Freight. I got one from Harbor Freight, didn't work because it didn't have the right adapter. Now we got the right adapter. It's M16 is the thread pattern. ChatGPT said it was M14, so I thought it was gonna work, but it didn't because ChatGPT fucking sucks. Anyways, let me get the numbers of what it should actually be. All right, expected oil pressure is high at cold start, often 40 to 60 PSI, and drops as the engine warms, ideally settling around 10 to 20 PSI at idle when fully hot. A known issue in these cars is a very low hot oil pressure, which that's, I think, what I'm having, because it seems to be when it warms up. So it's probably going under 10. I've been watching Auto Alex videos, and on their V2 series, they have been building like these minis and stuff. So I've been watching a lot of their videos because it actually like is just nice to see someone working on minis, and it's entertaining. And then I get to see like what they're doing with their cars, and yeah, if it goes below 10, that's when that light comes on. So I'm guessing that's what's happening. It's running good for, you know, the beginning, and then once the car fully warms up and that oil is fully warm, it drops below that 10, censoring that issue on there, which may indicate need for a new oil filter housing gasket or new oil pressure sensor. Okay, so I replaced the pressure sensor. That's my biggest worry, is I already replaced that and it's still coming on. But you guys saw earlier that wire, that cable that connects to it, doesn't seed into it. It just goes on there. So I'm hoping that's the issue, because then I can just cut that off, that pigtail off, and then do, and just mount like another one on there and go from there. Cold start, so 40 to 60. Idle warm 10 to 20, some report 5 to 15 psi, but 10 plus is generally safer. And then at 3,000 RPM, it should jump to 30 to 45 psi. Let's see if it goes right at the start. Turns right on. All right, let me go double check that pressure. We don't have any leaks, so it's holding. So we're at 30, going close to 40. So at cold start, it seems to be generally where it should be. Maybe it's a tad bit low. Oh gosh, I keep forgetting about this. Hold on. Probably not running the best because of this. The mass airflow sensor is all messed up. Okay, I did get some light, I think, turn on because I just heard something. Or windshield fluid, whatever. Okay, I just heard a sensor, so I wasn't sure. Let me turn on my computer. I have my OBD Link EX like programmed to the computer. This was for when I did the transmission. It's better with the Ford, with the Forescan. Foreskin, it's such a bad name, but the Forescan thing. But with this, I can just kind of at least see what's going on. Oil pressure is holding at 30. Let me get that oil pressure sensor on the window. Still above 20. Temp is 115 degrees, so it's not fully warm, but it's warmed up. You can hear that ticking sound, like that. I keep thinking that's like engine knock, but it's not. It's coming from like the high pressure fuel. Sounds like it's coming from like here. It doesn't sound like it's coming from here. It sounds like it's coming from here. So, not sure what that sound is. If that's what the sound it's supposed to make. But oil pressure is good. It's sitting like, it's been on for quite some time now, for about 13 minutes. And it's still about like 15. Which is decent for this car. Weirdly, it runs pretty low, but we'll wait till it's fully hot. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Trying to see the oil pressure again. Alright, since I've been recording, you guys didn't see, I probably heard it on there. But as soon as I revved it that one time, oil pressure went just to 0. It was holding steady the whole time, and it just went to 0. When I was revving it earlier, it kept going up like normal, but on that last one, it just immediately went to 0. So I'm making sure that the sensor is still properly on, so I'm gonna double check that and then turn it back on, but I'll get back to you guys. All right, it's been a couple days. I was working throughout the weekend. Monday, I had to go to the store to get a Wix oil filter for it because mine aren't coming until Wednesday. So I was possibly thinking that the oil pressure drop after revving the engine would be potentially the filter, just because that was something that was possibly going wrong. But I think I found the culprit, which might be a good thing or might be a bad thing. And the reason I'm saying that is because I obviously went through the pickup tube already before and sprayed it and stuff like that and got what I thought everything out of it. But now I'm looking at it, there was some stuff with like my finger. I was able to get like really small particulates, which could have been in the engine at some point right after running the car once it got into there. But there's a, I'll show you right now because it's still in there and I didn't want to take it out before I recorded. There's a pretty big piece of chain guide in there, the plastic chain guide. So only issue is I don't ever recall seeing a broken piece off of the old one that I took off, but I don't have the old one anymore. But as you can see right there, because I was spraying it with cleaner, and I saw this part on the other side, and it's a pretty, as you can see, it's a pretty big piece. And before I even take that out, this is what I just sprayed right now, and you can see this pretty big piece of whatever it is here. That could be, you know, potentially gasket or something like that. And this could have been in the engine, which I'm hoping, really hoping, that this was in the engine, and it got to the, you know, got to this area eventually because of the whole turning on the car and running it and all that stuff. Because oil pressure is fine on idle, and then once you rev it, boom, it just tanks. So if this was the culprit, well, this for sure is a culprit. I'm just scared that it's the new one and not the old one, because again, I don't remember missing pieces off of the old one when I was messing with it. I haven't gone through the oil filter or the oil pan just yet, but obviously I just did this job, and I want to see what's in the oil pan. But no metal in the oil filter or anything now, so that's good. I think this is just from the old stuff, and obviously that's why you want to change your oil when you do something big like this after a while. A little while, I mean. I've probably had the car on for a total of probably like 30 minutes total. Today I had it on for probably 15 or 20 minutes. Oil pressure was holding good, and then it just started going down as the temperature got warmer and warmer. But this guy right here for sure is the piece of the pie of why it's running low oil pressure. That's a big piece. Look at this. That was in there. From the color of it, it looks like the old one. Yeah, there was these two pieces. So the small one and then the big one here. So, you know, and little pieces of gasket and stuff. I'm guessing this is all just from the old stuff. I'm really hoping, because if this is the new stuff, then we got ourselves a big problem. What the hell is this? That's not good. It's like, it looks like it's the same on both sides, but you can see like let me get on my face right there. It looks like a mini stapler. Like a mini staple, I should say. That's not good. If this is all the old stuff, then I believe this is the issue that we're having with oil pickup and the oil pressure drop. Because I don't want, on cold start, healthy as an ox. But as the warmer it gets, it just gets worse and worse, and that tends to be because of oil pickup being plugged up. And there was a little bit of stuff on my finger, like in the beginning, that when I was just touching the mesh, there was some stuff on my finger that would like stick on it. Seems a lot better now. I'm gonna spray it again. As you guys saw from the previous videos, always wear safety glasses when spraying. Completely clean oil pan or oil drain, whatever. We have that big piece of plastic. We have some gasket parts, and yeah, that should be the culprit. If I can show you guys in the sun, but you can see some stuff there. So they might sit there. Just some pretty much remnants of the gasket leak with remnants of coolant in it. You can see the dirtiness and the sludge. But I put seafoam in it to clean out some of the gunk that's the remnants of it, of all the old that was in it. This should fix the problem if big keyword, if that was the old plastic guide. Oil pressure shot up. You can't see it on there. Oil pressure's at 30, as you can see right there. It's obviously upside down, but 30, it's going a little bit up and down. But again, on idle, on cold start, oil pressure was fantastic. It's more about on the rev and on when the oil is warmer on there. So if you see on my face that it is not good and I turn off the car immediately, then you know the answer. But drop to 0 again after a rev. Once it gets to like 140-ish degrees on the car, it just starts going really low. Gets to like 11 psi, I would say. It got to 145, I revved it, and just, you know, it goes up, pressure is building, and then once the idle goes down, boom, back to 0. And I just shut it off immediately because that's not good. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know where I'm at with this video. I don't remember where I started. I guess it was from when the car started officially, but the car is, it's running, but not running for a long time or good, because it's from oil pressure. I was really hoping that was it. I had like such high hopes, thinking, yep, this is gonna be good here. So, because I went through that, I didn't record it, but I spent like an hour on that mesh screen, getting that stuff out. I was going with the phone and just getting every little thing out with the pick. I went through with the camera. It was shiny, looked brand new. So I went inside with like a ton of, actually I'll show you guys. I went in with new tissue every time just to see if there's any fresh stuff coming out. But all this right here is from pretty much the oil pan. So like I would roll it right like this or whatever and push it in through and like guide it around, because there's like a plate that sits under it and then the mesh screen is above it. So I'm trying to clean the bottom of the plate up, and you can see there was a ton of stuff in that plate, just like gunk and things like that. Oil pan was really gunky, as you saw. So before I run it again, I will probably do another motor treatment in it, just to get more sludge out that is on the, you know, all the walls of everything. So I'll wait for it to cool down and kind of do the same process that I did before I do this oil pan again. But because I'm not going to do it now, I'm gonna wait till it's cold, so I do have oil pressure, put in the motor treatment in there, clean it again, get a new valve cover, take this off, inspect the guide, drain it, do it again, and make sure that's all good. And hopefully I don't have to do throttle body and hopefully that P1497 code is the diaphragm of the PCV or the intake and not the throttle body, because I think the butterfly can stay open a tad bit and then that throws off that code. So that's what I'm looking at. Anyways, I'll see you guys then. Walk over, man.